I hope you're anticipating this. This is game 4 and an opportunity to go to the Stanley Cup Final in my first season in the playoffs. My first playoff starts. This has been my first run in the playoffs, and I have an opportunity to take this team to the Stanley Cup Final. 13 games played and an .883. The save percentage is not a total and exact reflection of my play through this playoffs. I think we've been pretty stellar for the most part. A couple of bad games that have mostly come in this series. I hope this is not another one of those bad games. We win this, the series is done. Well, this is it. This is game 4. We know what's on the line. We know what's at stake here. An opportunity to go to the Stanley Cup Final. But listen, before we can focus on the Stanley Cup Final, we've got a game to play. We've got a game to go out here and win. And we're going to see, we're going to fight off Stutzle's shot right out of play. What a start to the game. And he's out there. My demon. He's out there. Jordan Kyrou, that's my demon. I need to face my demon tonight. And I need to eliminate my demon. Jordan Kyrou, you will be eliminated. And I don't necessarily mean eliminated as in like a hitman kind of way. I think that's kind of savage. But you will be eliminated in that your team will be eliminated from Stanley Cup playoff contention. Stutzle feed, backdoor, save. I knew that was coming. I absolutely knew that was coming. What was D'Angelo doing? Just skate to it like a normal human being. So we need to stop having these crazy high-scoring games with Ottawa. We need to nip this in the bud right here. No more offense for Ottawa. No more today. We've given up a crap ton of goals through the first 3 games in this series. Wow, that forechecking pressure got there quickly. Kyrou again. We've drawn a penalty. Very nicely done. We've drawn a penalty in the early phases of this game. So another look at Thomas Chabot's interference on Kotkaniemi. We may be up 3-0 in this series, but this has been a way closer series than it might be at first glance, or might seem at first glance. I mean, let's see here. Game 1, Ottawa tied it. If we're trying to look back at our series, I missed the puck there. But if we look back in our series, game 1, Ottawa tied it. And then we rattled off a couple of goals late to be able to take the lead and win a very freakishly high-scoring game 1. Game 2, a little more normal result in game 2. Why are we giving up chances shorthanded? But game 2, a little more normal. Lower scoring game between the two teams. We gave up only 3. And then in the last game here, in game 3 in this building, we had a game that was tied 5-5. That was janky off the inboards. We had a game tied at 5-5. And then we scored in like the last 12 seconds of regulation to take the lead and the win. So give Ottawa credit. They've been in this series. They really have. That's an icing. I way airmailed that way over his head. My bad. It has been closer than you may be led to believe. It's probably been a closer series than has been necessary, to be honest with you. Ooh, Jarvis. Breakaway! Oh, would have loved to have seen a goal there from Seth Jarvis. Oh, my God. The puck is doing some weird things right now. That thing popped up and landed right beside Saros in the goal crease. It could have easily gone in. Now we're going to play this bouncy puck. Oh, I should probably stay in the net. I had a goal scored on me from distance. And I've mentioned this before, but back in NHL 22, I had a goal scored on me from distance when I came out to play a dump in, or a clear out rather. I never learn. I will never learn. I will always come out to play the puck when I get an opportunity to. I just want to help my team out, I just want to help out so much. Center circle for Ottawa. Brandstrom interrupted briefly, but he does get the break in. Pulls up, one-timer, heavy, blocked by Moz in front. I appreciate that. Love when your defensemen sell out for you with a big shot blocks. And we got Andrei Svechnikov, of course, in this series. An absolute senator killer. I don't know how many he has in this specific series, but it's a lot. He had a hat trick in the last game that crucially won it. We can't rely on Andrei Svechnikov hat tricks every night, but it does seem to be very nearly a nightly occurrence for this team. That guy has such a surplus of goals that he could afford to donate some of them to other teams, just not the Ottawa Senators, not at this certain moment right now. Whoa! What was that floaty backhander? That was an odd shot. They were maybe trying to catch me off guard with that. You can never catch me off guard. I'm too good and too handsome and too smart. Brady Tkachuk, the dump in, cross corner, and I'm just going to stay put right here. What a pass, rink wide to Kyrou, and there it is. Nice hit on Kyrou. That's retribution for the goals that he scored in this series. Granlund backdoor. Saved by Saros. He was ready for that. Interrupted. Save. His pass interrupted, but we got the save right back on Stützle. Kyrou to Stützle. Roller. A little trickler in. Bear swoops in to intercept. Puck is doing some odd things in this game. And maybe we can get an odd bounce in our favor. It's in the crease. Chabot and Branstrom working in a cluster to get out. Pushes the corner. Bumped off of it by Lindell behind the net. Goes Dadonov. Bank pass finds Silfverberg on a break. He's sprung free. Missed the net though. We got Silfverberg who had the last shot missing the net high and wide. This one is on net. And that's an easy short side stop. On, I'm not sure who wears 20. Nylander, I believe it is. 6 seconds to go. And what do you know? We're going to get through a first period without giving up a goal to the Senators. And a 0-0 tie into the first intermission. Sens just trying to stay in this game and the series. Well, we're here in the second period, and we're still a long way from getting out of this series, but we need to eventually, at some point, we need to score a goal. But for now, we've kept Ottawa off the score sheet. And as long as we can do that for the whole game, I'd be fine with that. And if Ottawa doesn't score in the whole game, that means we've won it, right? I mean, I would assume so. At the end of the night, someone's got to score a goal at some point. And hopefully it's not a player in the black jersey. Now Jacob Verano will cut across the blue line from one side of the ring to the other. Defended, shot, gets through, and we will cover it right here and play it off. A lone man attack for William Nylander. Shooting into the glove, and then we will play that again to D'Angelo. He's got Meyer driving the middle, tried to get it to Meyer, batted out, back to center. Brady Tkachuk, who we haven't seen much of lately. It's certainly not in the last game. We didn't see much of him. Batherson. Down low to Tkachuk. Back to Batherson. Give and go play. Almost created a goal for themselves. More from Batherson. Shooting. Turned away into the crowd. I'm trying to put aside my bad game in Game 3. It was let's just be honest with ourselves. It was not a great game in Game 3. And yet I got a +7 out of that. And I'm just trying to continue to add to my line score, because the more line score I give myself, the more of a buffer I have. I mean, should this team get to the Stanley Cup Final, and I'm hoping we can pull that off, I want to be the guy starting those games, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the case as of right now, that I will be starting Stanley Cup Final Game 1 if we advance. I mean, I can't put that too much on my mind because this isn't a series yet. We haven't won 4 games in this series yet. I wouldn't count Ottawa out. I really would not count them out of the series. Now, winning 4 straight games, not 3 straight, but winning 4 straight is hard. Winning 3 straight is hard enough on its own, but winning 4 straight, it feels like a near impossible task. I mean, it's not impossible, but it feels like it's near impossible. And the odds of pulling off a reverse sweep are very unlikely. And as long as I can just have a good game in the net, Bitcheck, another one. 3 in a row. Cover that up. Yeah, baby. Have I brought my best stuff tonight? I feel like I have so far. I mean, the statistics would say, the scoreboard would say through a period and a half, I've brought some really good stuff tonight. Look at Sparky. He can't believe it. He's like, man, this kid has brought his best stuff. I'm leading the charge. Nice pad save, splaying out that leg. Stützle behind the net. This is where they get really good. Ooh, I think that was Kyrou. I'll be glad to never see Jordan Kyrou ever again after this series. I mean, on one positive hand, I won't have to see Jordan Kyrou if we can just eliminate the Senators right here. Kind of doesn't feel real that we have an opportunity to sweep this team. This series really shouldn't be a sweep. We've gotten some really timely goals. Game 1, we got a timely goal late after Ottawa tied it. Game 3, we got a timely goal right after Ottawa had tied it. So Game 1 and Game 3 were basically carbon copies of each other. The best game we played in this series leading up to Game 4 here was Game 2. The last game we played at home before the series shifted on the road. I mean, even my Game 2 was a pretty subpar performance. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but we know what I'm capable of, right? And I'd say it was a below average performance in Game 2. We know we can do better. The thing for me is, the expectations are now higher, and delightfully so. But the expectations are higher. We know what we can expect of ourselves. We know what the coaches in the game, Coach LaBelle, expects of ourselves. And we can actually meet those standards. It's about time. It's taken 4 seasons. but we can actually meet pretty reasonable standards now. And this season, we're setting the bar pretty high for ourselves. We've reached the conference final within a game of reaching the Stanley Cup final. I want Lord Stanley, the ultimate prize in hockey. I want that cup so bad. One last shot for the Hurricanes to get on the board before period 2 ends. So just 6.7 remain on the clock. We're going to take one last face-off, unless another face-off comes. Sens win this one. And I know a shot's not coming from there. Bit check. Oh! And it got blocked. That got blocked by the stick of... or did a stick break? So we're 2 periods deep in this elimination contest for the Senators. And we entered the 3rd period in a scoreless tie. Look at D'Angelo trying to go one-handed move. We know you have hands of stone. You don't have to try and show us. Getting it in. Get us going, Svechy. My all-time nightmare in the series. Jordan Kyrou shoots. He missed it on the short side. Maybe we got a piece with the glove. Well, entering this 3rd period tie, this has become a really intense game in the opposite way that games... What the... What was that shot by D'Angelo? He went between the legs. My goodness. Tony D'Angelo, you're not a superstar, man. Stop trying to act like you've got hands. And to make matters worse, we've taken a penalty right here. Josh Morrissey guilty of the hold. All right, here we go. Supreme focus. Penalty killing time. Stop with the blocker. I think that was Bycheck. I'm going to go with Bycheck. I think Bitcheck is a potential pronunciation, but I'm assuming Bycheck is correct. Another blocker side stop. Josh Norris this one. Verona in front. Save. Get up. And that's just an unfortunate sequence for me. Well, you saw what happened. We made save after save after save until we couldn't save anymore. And I also ended up seated down. Whoa, what a one-timer. And we recover right away because of Andrei Svechnikov. That guy is giving it to the fans. 16, just immaculate performance in the playoffs. 16 goals. Well, I ended up seated, giving up a goal to Brady Tkachuk on an unfortunately placed rebound. And then probably not even 10 seconds later, we come right down, clap a Howie into the back of the net on the stick of Svechnikov. Who else has scored in this series for Carolina? The good old Kyrou versus Svechnikov for supremacy in this series. But right now in this series, the supremacy in terms of the series score is in favor of Carolina. See, a team in this game couldn't hold the lead for very long. It was a scoreless tie through the first entire 40 minutes of play. Come right out in the early going in the 3rd period. Ottawa claims a 1-0 lead. Probably didn't last 10 to 20 seconds, and then we're right back tied again. That's an easy save on Tkachuk. Wish we could have had a save on that odd rebound earlier in this period. That one was blocked. It's loose. My defensemen are not making this easy for me. Save. Oh, nice job. We were ready for that. Good anticipation on that short side stop. I'm just in here battling the whole game. In front, another battle. We're just fighting, staying in this. We've spared ourselves from giving up a goal on a low to high feed to Nylander, point blank in front. I'm still emotionally connected in this game, only because I've only given up one, which is a miracle in this series, the way that this series has gone. Oh, fought that off with the outside of the glove on Verona's attempt. Through the middle, out to the right side, backdoor attempt, trying to find Larkin, the captain. Kyrou will push it further ahead for Ottawa. Again, Jordan Kyrou to the corner, drop pass in front. Stützle missed the net. Do not fall prey to this Ottawa offensive attack. They're going to drive that corner, and they're going to dish it right off to the man in the slot. You know it's coming. Ottawa is so decisive about that. That corner drive. They love to just take the puck directly to the corner, and it baits our defense every time. Don't get baited by that play. Morrissey trying to defend Kyrou on the rush. That one missed the net, so that one just missed it by a hair. Kyrou again, point blank. I'm tired of seeing Jordan Kyrou's face in this series. I'm telling you what, I'm going to have a really... Whoa, we forced this off the post. I will probably be able to draw Jordan Kyrou's face by memory after this series. That's how much I've faced him. It's getting late into Game 4 here. It's been quite a captivating performance by myself in the net. Easily my best game of the series. I think that goes without saying. Could we be looking at a potential overtime game here? We've been very close to overtime in games 1 and 3. And of course, we scored it late. We got one late in the game and prevented ourselves from seeing an overtime period. Will that happen here in Game 4 in Ottawa? Ooh! Oh, power play. 3:30 remaining. A big slashing penalty coming up to Brock Nelson. Do not let this gift of a power play opportunity pass you guys by. You have to try and score on this. This is a gift late in the game. So like I said earlier in this series, we have had late goals, late in the game, clutch goals. We have an opportunity to do it again right here. This is a power play that can end the series. Shorthanded goes Brandstrom. Yes, do not let them shoot it shorthanded. This team would give up a goal shorthanded late in the game here in regulation. That is just enough to get it over the blue line. So the Senators clear. Svetch brings it right back in. Nature's shooting right into the glove of Saros. Saros 30 saves on 31 shots. This guy's been immaculate, and on this penalty kill, no less. I'm going to have an opportunity to play the puck. I knock it down. Someone go in the neutral ice. There you go, right up to Drouin. I can have no mistakes playing the puck here. No mistakes if I play the puck. It's all the way down, and I'm going to leave that. I don't want to risk a stupid penalty outside the trapezoid area. We've seen that happen. Last 30 seconds to go on the power play. Last opportunity here before regulation play is going to expire. A save again by Saros. Yeah, Saros is looking near unbeatable on this penalty kill. He has been huge for Ottawa, just keeping them in the game and likewise in the series. 10 seconds to go. Don't think this power play is going to score. Oh, a good try. Forced off the pad by Drouin. But I think Ottawa, they're going to get back to 5-on-5. And there it is. Brock Nelson, fresh out of the box. Huge kill for Ottawa late in regulation. They just chip it in. The smart play by Nelson, the penalty taker. Gets bowled over at the blue line. A couple of big hits from Ottawa here as they're trying to force the issue offensively. Nylander trying to go in and out on our defense. D'Angelo is held in the corner, pinned along. It's kicked further behind my net. Morrissey, penalty, delayed penalty. Oh, it's on Ottawa. And we're going to get a late game power play with under 30 seconds to play. It was Brady Tkachuk for holding, the captain, taking the penalty. Where did this happen? It's right there in the corner on D'Angelo. You complete obtuse knuckleheads. If you don't score on this power play, I'm going to forever spite you. You have to get one here late in the game. Larkin, a gift. Two big gifts on the power play. Svechnikov! Yeah! And we may be going to the Stanley Cup Final on that goal. On the power play, it proves to be costly. Larkin walks out from the corner. Nothing Saros can do about it. Oh, I am so hyped. 20.9 to go. A 2-1 lead. I just got to hold down any shots that I face. That's 17 on the playoffs for number 37. What a postseason. Give this guy the Conn Smythe trophy already. Just give it to him. What a performance in Game 4. We are going to basically, unless we give up a goal, Stützle, save of Verona. We're going to the Stanley Cup Final. Yeah! Oh, what a Game 4 for myself and the team in front of me. We're going to go play for Lord Stanley. We've won the Eastern Conference. Oh, baby. And my best game of the series couldn't have come at a better time. We are going to shake hands with the Ottawa Senators. Salute for a great series. We did sweep them, but it was closer than it looks on paper. As we're going to get an opportunity to go. Oh, there it is. Dylan Larkin with the Prince of Wales trophy. He doesn't want to touch it. No touch for Dylan Larkin. We'll just shake your hand, Mr. Commissioner, not Gary Bettman. What a massive save on Verona. Could you imagine had this gone in the net through the legs, right through the wickets of Bear, and we make the blocker stop? Stanley Cup Final! Here we come. Woo! Can you believe it? We're going to the Stanley Cup Final. In Season 4, we've carried this team all the way to the fourth and final round. Only 2 teams will remain. We are one of those 2 teams. What a Game 4 performance. Almost A's across the board, essentially. 962 save percentage. Plus 50 in the line score. We really needed that. Only 1 goal against. We save our best game in the series for last as we sweep the Ottawa Senators. We came back. We had contract offers in the offseason. We could have gone anywhere else. We came back so we could have a shot at winning Lord Stanley's Cup. We've gone to the playoffs. We were named the starter. We've carried the team this far. We just got 4 wins to do it. Just 4 more wins. If we can do that, we can hoist the cup over our heads. And who are we playing in the Stanley Cup Final? The Edmonton Oilers. What happened? You were doing great and suddenly you just dropped the ball. Are you okay? Playoffs are inbound. You're going for the cup, but can you also take the Conn Smythe Trophy home? Hold on. Sorry, coach. I'm trying my best. Just seems like I can't get out of this slump. I know you can turn this around. We still have a little time. You got this, right? Listen, Coach LaBelle, I got this. Can I ask you one question, though? Are you a Barbie girl in a Barbie world? Oh, the press meetings before the Stanley Cup Final. Love to see it. Vince, you're about to play in the Stanley Cup Finals in your rookie year. How do you feel about this? I always knew I'd reach this point. I was just chilling a bit the last few games so I can really shine now. The Oilers said they are accepting nothing less than winning the cup. What would you say about that? Those are just words. Only the best players like me can back them up with good plays on the ice. Looks like this is going to be an amazing Stanley Cup Finals. It is. It's a 2006 rematch. Haven't you heard? Oh, I can't believe it. We're doing this. We're here for real. This is actually it. The Stanley Cup Final. Well, there you have it. Confirmed a 2006 Stanley Cup Final rematch on the big stage. I'm not going to be nervous at all. I'm not going to be nervous at all going into game 1 up in Edmonton.